Welcome back to another episode of Had to Be There. This episode, like all episodes, is brought to you by our media partner in crime, Furry Turkey. Furry Turkey is home of the Had to Be There podcast, our very awesome merch, and much, much more. Check out furryturkey.com for more information and to check out all the Had to Be There merchandise, including some really fun t-shirts, hoodies, and hats. Hashtag FreeLemmy. Another partner of Furry Turkey is helping bring this podcast to your beautiful ears, and that's the Candy Collection. Candy Collection is home to Daddy Dirt's tattoo-inspired brand. Check out furryturkey.com and find Candy Collection on the homepage and in the topics for some really fun tattoo-inspired clothing, including a sugar skull on a tie-dye tee. Tie-dye's back, y'all. This episode is also brought to you by Board at Work. Board at Work is my skateboard-inspired clothing brand that has a bunch of fun t-shirts and hoodies inspired from my favorite skateboard tricks. Check out all the fun skateboard merch at boardatwork.shop. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoy this episode of Had to Be There. Peace.
Shut up and sit down.
Daddy Dirt and Mommy Mike present Had to Be There podcast.
Good for him.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back to another episode of Had to Be There.
Turn off your fucking vibrate. How about that?
How the hell are ya?
Hey, turn off your vibrate.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't even my phone. Not sure what that was buzzing on the table. Hey, can we... I have a new tradition for us to start off the
Could
podcast.
you give me that lighter? These
Yeah.
matches suck.
So we've started the last two with our favorite Marvin Gaye song, "Sexual Healing," because for some reason we like to get a little revved up before we start these shows.
We started it with a Marvin Gaye song, not sexual healing both times.
Oh, I thought it was "Sexual Healing." What was the other one?
Wasn't sexual.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck me then. But I want to start with a new thing, and it might sound a little weird,
What the hell is going on?
but I'll let you get your cigar lit up, and then we'll kick off things the right way with a new tradition, dude.
Okay, I'm in. Go ahead. Tell me what it is.
I think we should kick off every episode by touching tips.
Like our cigar tips?
No, just touch my tip, dude. Thank you.
Sorry, I kind of missed.
We just touch tips, and that's the new tradition.
All right, I'm in.
That's how we sink in. That's how we align. That's how we make sure
I
that
like
we're both
that.
on the same page.
I like that. Hey, dude, these cushions, I was already sweating. These cushions make me sweat.
Oh yeah, you can take it off if you want.
What are these made out of? Are these made out of wool?
No, they're made out of alpaca fur.
Oh, perfect. So it's nice and breathable in the summer?
Well, on the outside is alpaca fur, but on the inside is whale blubber. So it should be really cool for you. I don't know what's going on.
No, it feels really good.
But speaking of hotness,
Yeah.
I smell like shit and need a haircut so bad.
So do I. Did you see? Look at me with the hat off. It looks disgusting. Your hair, at least, like you can do something with it. I need a haircut so bad.
Yours is fine. Yours is still a
I'm like
mullet.
a fucking homeless person.
Dude, what your hair went downhill when you shaved the mullet. That's when your hair went downhill. So actually, you don't need a haircut. You need less haircuts in your life.
So you're saying I should have kept it
Yes, 100%.
for the wedding?
Not just for the wedding, but for the rest of your life until you die, or until I kill you, whichever comes first.
I've told people that I work with that I'm growing a mullet, for 4th of July, like customers, and they're like, "Oh yeah, my husband has one of those."
Yeah,
Like, why am I not doing that with my life?
dude, it used to be a legit hairstyle. Now it's like a fucking people think that it's like showing up at with shiny pants on or something. It's like, they think it's like a statement, but it's just my hair. I like to look professional from the front, but when I turn around and you watch me walk away, I want you to know that I'm DTF and ready to go. Is that too much to ask for? That seems like a pretty normal haircut compared to a lot of the other haircuts around.
Yeah, like the fuck boy.
Yeah, the fuckboy or all these fucking Tim Cook looking motherfuckers.
Who's Tim Cook?
I don't even know, dude, but just the old dude with the generic haircut, stop it.
Tim Cook?
Yeah,
That's the generic guy?
yeah. You don't know who Tim Cook is?
You got a Tim Cook at your office?
Yeah, Tim Cook works at my office out of Cupertino, California.
I don't even know who the fuck Tim Cook is. Who is that?
That girl just looked at you so weird.
I don't give a shit. Who the fuck is Tim Cook?
He's the man that murdered and replaced Stephen Jobs.
Yeah. Lost my interest.
How do you not know who Tim Cook is?
Because I don't care about Apple. I don't care. I literally could care less.
He doesn't work at Apple. He works at
Is it
Macintosh.
I couldn't care less or could care less?
I couldn't care less. Like, there's no amount of caring that I could do less than this.
All
But
right.
people say I could care less. I could care less. But that's
Yeah.
the wrong thing.
Yeah. Okay. I think I just said I could care less. No, I couldn't. Yeah, I said I
Yeah.
couldn't. All right.
But I say I could care less when I kind of care about this. I could care less. You know? I care way too much about this. I could care less.
All right, lady asked me a question. It's a really good question, actually, I think, for the podcast. Why?
I'm cranking through the cigar, by the way.
Yeah, this cigar, my cigar won't light on one side of it. I don't know what the problem is. So why are utensils made out of metal? Because like, and I'll preface this with I've thought about this when she asked, and I thought, yeah, I mean you're right to think about it in that way. You could make it out of like Tupperware type material. It wouldn't melt. It would deteriorate after time. So that's probably why they don't make it out of plastic. And you can use it in the microwave. You can use Tupperware in the microwave.
I wonder if it's something to do with taste.
Well, she said, so this is what she said. Metal conducts. So it conducts cold or hot. So it's not a dip, like it doesn't say, so does plastic though. Like it's not a conductor.
No, because you can, I mean, I definitely tell when I'm eating off a plastic spoon more than I do a metal spoon. It feels weird in your mouth. It tastes like plastic sometimes.
Yeah.
Not that metal doesn't taste like metal, but sometimes it just tastes like cold.
Well, you think it's
Whatever.
weird though, because you can't stick utensils in the microwave. You know what I'm saying? You can't stick utensils.
Are they too thin of plastic?
No, you can't stick.
Oh, metal utensils, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. What does that have to do with anything? You want to
I'm saying-
microwave your fork?
No, I'm saying that's weird. That's weird that we make them out of metal since you can't put them in the microwave.
Why would you want to microwave your utensils?
I'm just saying. You can microwave plastic.
Just so you leave a dirty ass fork in your Tupperware and don't have to and then you can pick up where you left off with the same exact utensil. You're a dirty motherfucker. You know that? That's disgusting.
I'm just trying to get your
Hey,
mind to work a little bit.
You know you can buy plastic forks and stuff.
I know that. I'm just asking, why are the majority of them made out of metal?
Did-
This is gonna drive me
Did you register for plastic or metal?
metal.
Are you sure about that? Do you want to go back and register for plastic?
Never mind.
Why don't we Google it?
Okay, Google it.
This has turned into a Googling podcast, so let's Google it. Because now you've completely perplexed me.
This is gonna drive me nuts, dude. I think this is already burnt. I don't think I'm gonna be able to smoke this at all.
How's it already burnt?
Don't know.
Well, you can take mine if you want.
No. We'll figure it out.
When I'm done with it.
We'll figure it out. Sorry, I'm a little perturbed here about my cigar.
I get it. I would be too. Hey, what was that place called that we were at today? Let's shout them out.
Oh, King's Brother. How do you say this? I sound like a moron every time I say it. Is it Clothier? It's IER.
I don't know. No, it's not Clothier.
Yeah, or Clothier.
Yeah.
Clothier. How do you say that? I'm googling that too.
Yeah.
You Google the pronunciation of Clothier.
Okay.
King's Brother or King Brothers Clothier, in Northeast Minneapolis. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, they were two brothers.
Yeah, two brothers. They look like twins. I don't think they are twins, but they look like twins.
I almost asked, but I didn't want to be intrusive.
Yeah. Really cool guys though. Go in there, sit down, kind of a chill hangout, sit and have a glass of whiskey while you get fitted for a suit. You can pretty much pick anything you want. You can make it as custom as you want, or you can make it as generic as you want.
You pick down to the buttons and the stitching on the lapel and sleeves, and the buttons on the shirt, like everything. How
I
the
picked
shirt,
down-
shirt
I
collar,
picked down
shirt
to the
cuff.
to the angle of the buttonholes on the
Yeah.
arm on the arm.
That's insane.
It's pretty sweet.
It's gonna be really cool. I texted the wife when we got back here, and I was like, dirty suit is gonna look sick.
It's sweet.
Okay.
I really like it.
Here.
Clothier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So King Brothers Clothier.
They're fucking sweet
Yeah.
dudes. They get all their shit over from Europe and Italy.
Yep.
It sound like mostly Italy.
Yeah, because I saw most
bit like England maybe.
most of their books had like color, like flag colors on them, so
Yeah.
you could see the Italy.
And they've done custom suits. It looked like for most of the Vikings, and then even Thor, for the big, strongest man in the world.
And if you've ever seen any bodybuilders, it's not easy to put them in a nice looking suit.
No.
And his suits looks awesome on him.
Yeah. No, and he's giant. Like he's unlike bodybuilders who sometimes are tall or small. He's like huge.
Yeah.
So he's. I mean, you tried on the jacket.
Yeah, I could have gone. I
Yeah.
could have gone naked. It was like a dress on me.
Yeah. We'll have to post that. That's
Yeah,
such a funny
it's
photo.
so sweet. It's what was I gonna say? Oh, but the thing is you're probably right though. He's more proportional in terms of size to height than bodybuilders are. Because Jay
Yeah.
Cutler's a tiny, short, real short.
Oh, we saw. You took a picture with Cody Gallbrandt.
yes.
And we have a lot to talk about today. He took Jay Cutler, the bodybuilder, not
Yeah.
the horrible quarterback. Took a picture with Cody Gallbrandt.
Oh, you mean the guy who always looks like he's crying when he comes off the field? God, Jay Cutler. No love on this podcast.
Nope.
We're going to try to be a positive podcast, but no love for that guy.
Yep. And he's tiny. He was
Yeah.
like maybe an inch taller than Cody.
Yeah.
Maybe, if not the same height.
Yeah.
And
He's a
that guy,
short guy.
that dude looks big on like TV and YouTube
Yeah.
videos and shit.
Yeah, I think they all look
Yeah.
tall.
But
I all think
Thor's
they're pretty short.
Thor's legit huge.
Yeah, he's
they're-
like 6'6".
They're doing they've done like a bunch of custom suits for him. They did the custom suit for the Game of Thrones premiere when he was the Mountain, which pretty much everyone knows him from that, even though I think we knew about him before that.
Yep.
And apparently he's got a boxing match in Vegas next fall,
Something
fall
like that.
2021.
Yeah, that'll be
And,
interesting.
So they're making the suits for all his press
Well,
conferences. and
cool
stuff.
how they like reached out to him. Like it's not a secret. It's like no, they just kind of like DM'd him and never thought he would actually come in. Throw a shot in the dark, might as well.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
But so speaking of your favorite fighter, Cody Gallbrandt,
Yeah, what about him? I really like him a lot. I don't know why. I just really like him.
I actually like him too. I'm just joking because I fuck up his name every time. But I do want to get your opinion on this.
Yeah.
He just got a new fight,
With who?
125-pound championship. Figgy. I forget the guy's first name, but it's like D something Figueroa or something.
You think that's a good weight class?
Hey,
for him?
we're such a good UFC podcast.
Do you think that's a good fight? Do you think that's a good weight class for him, Cody?
I don't know, man. He's talking like he can make it like pretty easily, but I mean TJ had a hell of a time getting down there, and Cody, in my opinion, is a little thicker than TJ. TJ's a little bit more muscular, like jacked, shredded,
Yeah.
but and usually that's like easier. It makes it easier to cut weight.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think the one guy that made it look easy, even though it wasn't, was Henry. But he was a wrestler his entire life.
Oh, he also missed weight before his last few fights leading up to the title. He missed weight a bunch.
He made it look so easy when he would get there. But the other thing too is once you get comfortable with it, then it's probably a little bit easier depending on how big you walk around at.
Well, and it's a little bit of a show
Right.
too, where it's like, oh, I'm not going to show you that I'm hurting. Like,
yeah, right.
I think Masvidal was hurting a little bit more from the weight cut then.
The person that looks like he's hurting the most is Connor. Looks like a skeleton.
Well, when he was at 145.
yes, looked like a skeleton.
Yeah.
He looked like he was dying.
I'm surprised, like, although he didn't look great at his first 135 cut, but he looked pretty good at his second 135 cut against Jan.
He
Couple
doesn't
weeks
look
ago?
much different to me at all. I think he looked pretty good. And I think that fight, pretty even. I mean, I think Jan won. Still pretty even fight.
Yeah.
I mean, he got dominated, I think, in the later rounds.
Yeah, Jan for sure won because they had to stop it. But
But they look
yeah,
pretty even through three, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
That's what I thought.
And do you think Sterling can take out Jan at 135?
Ah, man, that would be that'll be a fun fight to watch.
I
I
don't
don't
think
know
they've booked
enough
it yet.
about Sterling though. I
don't
really
either.
don't. I just know that everyone talks about him as like he's the freak.
Yeah. I really like him. I like his
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah.
Like his demeanor. I like that he's all about, coming on that ass,
What about that guy who called out Connor who fought twice in what, a 2-week span?
Yeah, Chimhoff or
Yeah.
whatever. Dude, we butchered his name a couple
we?
weeks ago. I was like, Himhoff? Or yeah, I still know what it is, but I think it actually has like the CH sound.
I hope
it.
I hope he gets a big fight. Might as well get him a good, not Connor, but get him something.
Right?
Might as well.
Dude, it is so hot out here.
I'm just dripping out of my pits.
Yeah, you're dripping on your pits. You
Yeah.
don't have a shirt on.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing pants.
Yep.
So together we're naked.
Yeah. Might as well.
Between the two of us,
It's hot.
we got a full naked bod.
It's hot
over
out here. I don't know. I mean,
And we chose my lower half because there's actually some size and dimension
there's
to
some
it.
substance to it.
Yeah.
Why did they even measure my calves? Why bother? Just
Dude.
go make them as skinny as possible.
I don't know, but when they went in for your inseam, they went in.
Yeah, you saw how tight his pants were. I was like,
Yeah.
geez, dude, I don't know if I want them that tight. I mean, seriously, I'm going to have to tuck my balls up into my stomach.
Well, I was just talking about they have that tool. Like, I thought they were going to have to use their hands. And if they used their hands, they would have been cupping for sure. Because they put that, like, ruler thing that they had in there.
Yeah.
They can't. They must have. You're a low hanger, so they must have.
Yeah, I felt him tickle my balls.
They must have jarred you with the ruler a
He
little
said,
bit.
this will make you feel good. And he goes, 9.5. I go, yeah, buddy. Yep, there it is. Need a little extra room down there, don't I? Yeah, that's a good man. He knew.
And you looked him dead in the eyes and you go, "Oh, around, right?"
I should have. I'm glad that they told us about that gym. I mean, I wonder if you could. I've seen people there though. I wonder if you can do like a month to month and there's no penalty. Because I've seen people who have joined there for like a couple months, like taking pictures there or like show up. I wonder if you can, or just go for the day.
Most gyms are month to month, and most gyms have a day pass.
Yeah, I wonder if they do like day passes. Because that'd be fun to work out there, dude.
I have a guy at work that works out there.
You should ask
can
him.
ask him, yeah.
Ask him if we can do day passes. That place is sweet.
Yeah, I'll ask him.
Los Compañeros gym?
No, I think it's Los Campeones or something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
It's a sweet gym.
I think
though.
it's like the companions. If I had to guess.
Are you fluent?
In that type of Spanish, yeah.
Oh, okay.
100%.
Dude, get your cigar out of the way, please.
Sorry, man. We need a bigger ashtray.
I don't know what is going on with the cigar, but it is driving me nuts. I've never had this happen before.
Mine's like perfect.
I know. I don't know what
I
happened.
wonder if you fucked up using matches right away.
I don't know. Yeah, okay. Fire's fire, dude. It all burns up.
But it's not as consistent as a lighter. Like, I was putting a nice strong heat on this
yeah,
guy
it was
for
just
30
packed.
seconds.
It was packed too tight on one side, so look at it. It was all burnt on the top.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
Worst case, we'll go grab the cutter, cut off, and start fresh.
I'm not worried.
And I'm not talking about your cigar. We'll just hope it grows back, dude. We'll cut it off and hope it grows back. When you're using a cigar cutter, do you get a little antsy looking at the guillotine function in it, where you're just like, oh, that could take a finger or a foreskin?
It does scare me. It does scare me with my fingers. They are super sharp, super sharp. So yeah, it scares me a little bit, but that's okay. I'll get over it.
It's crazy how sharp they have to be to make that clean cut.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you ever tried to use like a dull steak knife to just like, or like even just like a sharp steak knife to just slice straight down through? You need like that cross
Yeah.
cutting motion
Yeah.
to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it has to be super sharp because it's all packed so tight. Or it's not. It's packed tight, but the leaves are not like bone dry, so
Yeah.
they can't just slice like a dry leaf would. Yeah. How about not having sharp steak knives though at the old parents' house last weekend? That was nice.
Yeah, that
You
was
got to eat it by your hands.
that was a little rough.
Yeah. That was a little rough.
But
That steak was good,
it
dude.
was really good.
Really good. I was pleasantly surprised.
So I thought we were gonna have ribs. So we had made steak the night before. Totally fine because I could eat steak every single night of the week. So I'm not saying
It's
anything
okay.
about that.
I mean, I get that you're trying to complain a week after the fact.
No, I'm not.
I get it.
I'm not complaining at all. But it was funny because I was like, "Oh, cool, steak 2 nights in a row." I'm not mad at that. Love that. Well, then I proceeded to have red meat for the next 8 meals.
Did you get some gout?
My feet were a little sore by the end of the week.
You couldn't bend your toes by the end of the week?
Thursday night dinner, the wife was like, what are you gonna make for dinner? And I was like, I think I'm just gonna have eggs. I think I need a break from red meat.
My joints are feeling it a little bit.
Because we ended up doing something Sunday night too, or we ended up making it too. I think we did burgers or something, but it was just ridiculous.
That is so funny. I don't think I've ever had red meat more than like 2 or 3 nights in a row.
Oh, there was a point in quarantine. It wasn't red meat, but I had tacos for like 12 meals in a row.
Oh, dude, they're so good. And it's so easy to make ground beef.
Yeah.
So easy.
Ground beef.
You know I don't get fancy with it, so I just brown the meat and that's it.
I mean,
Toss it
you
in
got
there.
to salt and pepper it at least.
I don't.
That's so gross. At least salt.
Dude, I put hot sauce on it.
That helps.
Good
That has
enough.
salt in it.
Dude, I put a hot sauce on everything.
Yeah, I do too.
it
After I
on my-
salt and pepper it.
I put it on my breakfast.
Oh, dude. Okay.
My cereal.
Firecracker cornflakes.
Yeah, tastes delicious.
You know how brands do like a crossover? Fireball Frosted Flakes.
It'd be fucking disgusting. They're like cinnamon flavored frosted flakes that taste like Fireball. Yummy.
Fuck, I sacrificed what I was actually going to say for that joke. Now I forgot. What were you talking about?
I don't know.
Fuck. Oh, mid-quarantine, I was eating tacos for... Did I ever say
Yeah,
that?
we talked about that. Talk about repeating yourself.
Jeez. Oh, no. New hot sauce. Speaking of new hot sauces.
Okay.
I knew I'd get there.
What do you got for me?
Yucatan.
Mm-hmm.
I got it high V, but I'm sure it looked like a pretty...
I've heard of it.
Yeah. Habanero.
I can't. Nope, I'm out.
It's actually not hot because it's habanero mango. It's perfectly balanced. I love hot sauce. Wife likes hot sauce. She loves this one, and I love this one too. It's a really good balance.
I like mango habanero wings a
Yeah.
lot, so that I probably like that.
Yeah,
but I can't.
and
do.
it's not as spicy as the mango habanero wings at B-Dubs.
Yeah, because I can't do those. That's way too hot for me.
Dude, you're too hot for me, and
You don't have pants on.
I have to, it's because I'm dropping it like it's hot. What does that mean?
Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah.
Like you put it in your hand, it's too hot, so you got to drop it and then pick it up. You know what I'm saying? You drop something that's hot on the floor, then you drop down low and pick it up slow. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you're like on the dance floor dropping it like you dropped something hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you got to pick it up again, but you do it nice and slow.
Stainless steel is considerably less likely to rust in contact with water or food products, and so reduces the effort required to maintain utensils in clean, useful condition. Cutting tools made with stainless steel.
And useful what?
Useful condition. Dude, I got the Shab gene, dude. I can't
Conventions?
speak. I can't speak, man.
Conventions.
Shab's got a speech impediment. I just have bad allergies that make me nasally.
Oh.
Back up my words a little bit. Cutting tools made with stainless steel maintain a usable edge while not presenting the risk of rust found with iron or other types of steel. Well, there you go, dude.
That's kind of what I figured. They don't deteriorate.
Yeah.
Unless you get cheap IKEA stuff and then it just rusts.
Yeah. Nothing better, though, than eating a nice bolognese out of a rusty spoon.
Don't know what bolognese is. What is that?
Dude, it's just a meat sauce.
Bolognese.
You don't even fucking know what a bolognese is, dude.
Shut up. You act like you're a chef because you watch the fucking Food Network like it's your job.
Dude. Makes you half a chef, at least.
No, it doesn't.
I've thought about beating Bobby Flay.
Beating him?
Yeah. It's a show, dude.
Like beating him? You know, like
No, dude, it's a show.
rubbing him?
I mean,
Give him a little rub and tug?
if he invites me out to his ranch and makes me some spicy meatballs,
Does Bobby Flay have a ranch?
probably all of them have
What?
ranches, dude. Have you seen Guy Fieri's ranch?
You want to say Guy Fieri so bad.
Nope, I said Fieri because that's his name.
Okay, what about it?
He's got a show where he brings people out to his ranch, and he's got like cooking stations set up out there, and it just fucking rips, dude. It's like what Reno would be like when we move out there. Outdoor kitchen, America's party, nonstop, 24/7.
America's Party. That's what we should name it.
I thought that's what we did name it. What did we name it?
I don't know.
America's House?
Dude, what is
That was-
going on with these flies? You might have to ash it first. I don't know. You just do whatever you're going to do. Yours is clearly lit better than mine. You're probably going to have to ash that. These cigars suck. I'm never buying these again. ever.
What kind are they?
Romeo and Juliet. They suck balls.
Yeah, dude, because these cigars just want to kill each other.
These cigars suck.
These
balls.
cigars just want to slowly embrace while they die.
Oh, they're the
They just
worst.
my cigar is whispering to your cigar, hey, take that pill and hold my hand so we can be together forever.
It's the worst cigar I've ever had.
These cigars are like a Shakespeare play if Romeo and Juliet got cremated. Because at the end of it, it's just going to be ash.
Yeah, man.
And that begs the question. To be or not to be? That is the question.
Does that come from Romeo and Juliet?
No, I think it's Hamlet, but it's from Shakespeare.
You're a pretty big Shakespeare guy. You read a lot of Shakespeare in your day.
Yeah, I've read quite a bit of Bill Shakespeare.
Hey, do you realize our funniest moments on this podcast have been talking about boogers? Do you realize that? Lady had a booger fly out of her nose when she was laughing.
That was the funniest thing ever. It was so funny that I knew none of our fucking fans on this podcast would listen to the whole thing all the way through to the very end.
It was so good.
So I had to clip that out.
That was perfect.
Put it
Putting
at the front
was so funny. That was so perfect.
We did like a 2-hour podcast, and that was the funniest part way at the
That was
end
so
after
good.
we log off.
Dude, I listened to kind of the end of it. I didn't realize how irritated I was about talking about the whole music thing when you guys already knew the answer. Fired me up. Don't ask us a question you already know the answer to.
But we don't know the answer. Because, see, where we wanted to go, we wanted to fill you in on the conversation that we had a couple nights before. We had gotten to the point of figuring out where, like, the education system thinks that music began.
Okay.
But that can't be the first. So where do you, like, what we wanted to get to is, what do you think was, like, the first thing of music? Like, it doesn't have to be real.
Chance.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to get at. Is
Yeah.
like, was it chance, or were people banging on rocks, or like
Some sort of chant, I think. I mean, yes, I did go down the road of thinking that it came from sounds that people hear in you took it as came from the first stereo in a car. What I meant was like sounds in nature or sounds in the world where people put them together and made.
Do you think?
Not GarageBand.
do you think the cavemen were replicating the calls of the pterodactyls? Like,
Could be.
Because, or if that didn't happen, it could be the Neanderthals mimicking the sounds of birds. But if we
Yeah.
want to go back to the very beginning, it could be cavemen
Or
mimicking the sounds of pterodactyls mating.
Or it could be the sounds of like ocean animals, like hearing whales make their noises or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine back in the Neanderthal days when they would kill whales in little boats?
Oh yeah. I don't think that was
Something.
Yeah.
I mean, back in that time, killing full whales
Yeah.
in little tiny boats.
That's insane. Yeah, I think that's more. Could be the caveman. I think that's more like indigenous.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't even know what the proper term is.
I don't know either. That's why I was staying away from that term because I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
But indigenous people,
up north.
Yeah, indigenous people to northern country, to northern areas, like Antarctica and Alaska.
Yeah. What was it?
I don't know, man. Get it together.
No, dude, I can't remember. We're talking too much
We're
too
talking
much
too much.
We're talking about too much stuff. Oh, what baffles me is just how, like, music is so mathematical and precise and like perfect. Like, how the fuck does that just like? How do people just create that? Like, it's almost following laws of nature in some capacity.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't
how do people figure that? And I wasn't even really.
Yeah.
I was interested in like how, like, where maybe that started, but then how, like, where did it start? Like, what was the first like people making noises that maybe like went together and sounded like would be considered music? But then how do they put that all together and formulate it to what it is now, where it's like, oh yeah, that's in the key of F sharp, and you're gonna play these notes, and they all sound like this, and it's all no matter what instrument you're playing, it all sounds the same.
I get what you're saying now in terms of I get more of the context of the question. Like, it's very mathematical and very precise, which I don't think about not being musically inclined. I don't really get like the mathematics behind how it sounds.
I don't either, and that's what baffles me, and that's why
I get what you're saying.
I think maybe I had too much of the conversation with the wife ahead of time, but I kind of forced this always fucking happens. I just asked all over the table. I feel like I kind of forced that question at the end because I almost want her to be a part of that conversation because she knows more about it.
Yeah.
But we kind of already got what she knows about it, so let's just pontificate, baby.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But the crazy thing to me, and I've talked to my brother about this. Have you ever noticed in a song, and every song's different, and this is along those same lines.
These are going now.
This one finally got to the right spot. Now it's not burnt. Where it's at a perfect volume, and if you turn it up maybe 1 or 2 notches, it doesn't sound as good as bass. Mm-hmm. Bass there is a perfect volume for every single song that has bass in it.
Yeah, so those fuckos driving around with headphones on to reduce the noise so they don't get ear damage from their bass in their cars. Fuck off, dude. You don't need it.
Oh, there's a perfect
right?
volume. Some of it's got to be really, really low because the bass is really strong.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it's got to be right in the middle. Some of it's got to be really high, but there's a perfect volume for every song.
Yep.
And it sounds so cool when you find it.
Yeah.
And it's the crazy thing to me, too, is like what you're saying about the mathematics and this is how it sounds. How did they figure out? And you hear it in songs. You're like, some of it's the beat, which is part of creating the music, but how do a majority of people think that a song is good? So you pick a song, let's say pick a modern day song.
So they've actually done,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they've actually had like computers, and essentially that's why music kind of sucks now. They've figured out like scientifically
what people like,
what resonates with people, what's catchy, and what's the like even you'll look at a lot of like the hit top 40
I think
pops.
about the middle is a prime example.
Yeah, so a lot of those top, and that one's a little bit more nuanced because it's like good musicians and stuff, but a lot of the top 40 like hip hop pop, not even hip hop, but hip hop pop, I would say, is it's like usually in the same key, usually has like the same tempo, and it's just like different notes around it. Yeah. And it's because these producers have figured out, oh, that's what people will keep on and listening to while they're in their car on the radio, and that's radio still gets ads.
It's the mathematics behind it, though. Yeah. I mean, there's
but that's using it to like mass market music. And that's why a lot of the music sucks right now, because it all sounds kind of similar.
Same,
Not that they're necessarily bad songs, but they all just sound the same because they're trying to appease certain people.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get more into music where it's just like, not even like because it's not shit that no one's heard before, because I find it and there's like millions of views on it, but just stuff that is new to me, and not like on like mainstream top 40 type stuff.
Yep.
And those musicians are so crazy, and it's like Taylor Swift dropped a new album. She's one of those types of musicians. She's just been doing a lot of pop top 40 type music because that's what sells. But she's grown as an artist so much with this last album. Yeah. It's incredible. It's all like kind of folky music. I've been huge into Mike Posner. Yep. His new stuff, acoustic stuff. Yep.
He's a really good musician. When you think about
and his guitar,
think about other people that people say are some of the best producers, music creators. Justin Timberlake, Post Malone is one of them. I think Post Malone's more on the side of, on some of his songs, is more of the figuring out what people like. But then on some of his other songs, you're like, oh, he's just creating music.
Dude, I had this on my list to talk about last week, and it just never came up. There's a YouTube channel called Austin Post.
Okay.
One video, and it's Post Malone singing a Bob Seger song. And he has 0 tattoos. He's just got long hair. He's wearing a Texas flag shirt or American flag shirt or something. And he's just playing acoustic and singing, no microphone or anything, a Bob Seger song. Way before he's famous, probably. Or right as he's getting famous, but 0 tattoos. Fucking rips, dude. That guy's a fucking musician.
Yeah.
His whole Nirvana concert online, fucking ripped.
Oh, so fucking
So
sweet.
sick.
Especially because he had Travis Barker too playing the drums.
His podcast with Rogan was insane.
So good.
So good.
I think one of my top 5 for sure.
Yeah, he's just such like a. It was like, him and Joe just felt like kind of like long lost friends almost. Like they didn't really skip a beat going into it.
They like the same shit.
Yeah.
Like they really enjoy the same
They
shit.
didn't even really talk about music.
No, not at all. I mean, barely at all.
Yeah. And
They talked about just like random weird shit.
yeah.
Because you can imagine that, like, as a musician and artistic people, they have different thoughts than everybody else. They just do. And so, like, and that's, I think, where Joe's mind is. Joe can understand mainstream stuff, but he has way broader ideas than people can wrap their arms around, I
Yeah.
think.
Did you read about his psychedelic experience that he gave himself in the sauna without using any psychedelics?
I know I've heard him talk about it, but I haven't read much into it or heard him talk about it in great detail. But yeah, he talks about that being a very, like, not only a good for your body type of experience, but a good, like, therapeutic experience inside of that float tank.
Well, yeah, that's in the float tank for sure.
Yeah.
And he'll do like massive edibles before going in there and stuff. But he posted an Instagram the other day where he said that he was in the sauna and he does like breathing exercises in the sauna.
Oh, he goes in there when it's so hot.
Yeah, it was like 180 degrees and he does like 6 seconds breathe in, 6 seconds breathe out, and he just does that kind
It's
of
like trained breathing.
Yeah, just and you kind of lose yourself in thoughts. And he said that like he entered like another dimension doing it, like something that he's only experienced doing like DMT and mushrooms and stuff.
What is that breathing called? Because it's called something.
So he does. This wasn't that breathing method.
You know what I'm talking
in particular,
about?
wasn't it? But he does before he goes on stage, he does the Wim Hof.
Yes,
breathing
that's what
method.
I'm talking about.
I think this one was slightly different. This
Okay.
one, and it might be a Wim Hof method, but it's not the method for like endurance.
Yeah.
That one, you breathe everything in that you can, let like half of it out, and breathe everything in again, let half of it out.
Yeah.
Breathe, and you're kind of like maxing out your O2
Lung
in your body,
capacity, too.
and it just the extra oxygen in your body like helps stimulate your whole body essentially. And that's what's given, like, I think Wim Hof hiked up Everest or something. It was Everest or the other mountain in Africa. What was it?
Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, it was one of those two, and I think it was Everest in just shorts and like a t-shirt. And he swam like 100 yards or like 75 yards, 50 yards or whatever it was under ice, and like missed the hole to come out.
Oh yeah.
And had to like swim
backtrack
back
and find the
hole.
hole.
So I think it was like 50 to 75 yards or something. He ended up going like 100 because he couldn't find the hole.
Yeah. Well, the hole froze. Part of the hole froze over, so you couldn't see the hole,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And you had to like break through the thin layer of ice because it was so cold.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. It's interesting. I tried not that method, but I tried to do that in the morning because I think we had talked about it one time of like breathing in really heavy in the morning and trying to like practice your breathing in the morning. It's so hard. When you wake up in the morning, you're sitting on the edge of your bed or you're just standing up and trying to breathe in as much air as you can. It's so hard.
Yeah.
It's weird to the state that your body gets in. Like, I've done this with Lady where I'll wake up in the morning and I'll squeeze her hand and my strength is 10% of what it normally is because I literally can't squeeze.
Have you ever tried to go like wakeboarding or water skiing or even like surfing or something like right away in the morning? I feel like we've probably gone surfing right away in the morning.
Probably, yeah.
But like, and surfing's kind of rough because it's your legs and stuff. But like water skiing, like trying to slalom ski right away in the morning, which is
The best
time,
Yeah.
especially when you're able to drink.
Yeah.
Because once you start drinking, you're
Good
not gonna be ready to go slalom skiing at sunset when the next time it's ready to go.
Yeah.
So you're like up at like 5, 6 in the morning. First one's on the lake. Your muscles and your hands are so fucking tired and
It's
just like
so crazy.
arthritic and cold.
Yeah.
And, like you can't do anything.
Yeah, it's crazy. You wake up in the morning, your body just feels like it's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. I never really felt that with early morning workouts. Maybe I warmed up enough where I didn't notice it as much, or your body. Maybe my body got used to it because I was doing it more.
I think it's right. Well, and part of it too has got to be being in the water too. Your body's in more of a relaxed state in the water.
Yeah.
I mean, you're at 50%.
When if it's the
gravity.
air's cold,
Yeah.
water's cold,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
yeah.
Did you do a lot of slalom skiing when you were younger?
Um,
Or did you do some of it, I guess?
yeah, I think I did it for my first time when I was like 13 or something.
Okay.
I think I got up on one ski like 1 or 2 times, and it's such a fucking pain in the ass. It's so hard, and it's so much effort and strength that like if you don't do it regularly, by the time you get up, it's kind of like, oh, that like I don't really have much effort to ski. So when I've slalom skied, I just drop a ski. I have no shame. Give me a second ski. I'll get up on two. You can get up on two like that. It's like almost impossible not to get up on two skis because they're so buoyant. They just like want to get out of the water.
Yeah.
And then you just stand on. I guess I stand on my left ski.
And pop it off.
And then you get all your weight on your left ski where you're like stable.
Yeah.
And then you just it's like usually a shittier ski that's not like a high boot.
Yeah.
And you just soap it up before you go, and you can just kick it off.
Yeah.
Kick it off by a dock or something. And
It's fun watching people who are really good at it.
yeah,
'Cause
I was
it's crazy.
one of our buddies from high school.
His dad was really good at it.
Are you talking about Crotchtain?
Well, his dad, but
His dad's
Schmidt's dad.
yeah. So those two guys,
Yeah.
I've skied with Crotchtain's dad before.
Mhm.
He skis on like a 10-foot rope, dude. He's right behind the boat.
That is
It's
wild.
it's insane.
And you
He's so
and
good.
You're getting
and he's
pulled crazy fast.
yeah. He was probably like 49, 50 when I saw this.
Yeah.
He's just, and when you're that far behind the boat, you're probably feeling the speed even more.
Those guys did some crazy shit. Like they
Yeah.
would do that. They would do that ice sailing
Yeah.
when they. Did you hear about that time when they fell off? It was
Well, you can get going so fast.
It was our
Imagine
goalie-
falling on the ice.
It was our goalie's dad. It was our goalie's dad and another one of them. I think Schmidt's dad.
Yeah.
It flipped, and they had to get airlifted from the ice.
I do remember that.
Yeah, you remember
Yeah.
that? And I think one of them. I don't want to over exaggerate. I think maybe one of them cracked
Did
his
they
ribs
die?
and punctured his lung.
Oh.
Crazy, dude. Crazy.
My mom had a friend like that. They had two guys boating on, I think it was a river or something.
Yeah.
Late at night, probably a few cocktails.
Yeah.
Didn't see the land coming and got shot out of the boat.
Shot out of the boat.
Yeah.
That is so
I think
scary.
they both survived. I think maybe one maybe passed
It's
away.
like getting
I
in.
can't remember.
That's like getting in a car accident with nothing around you or no seatbelt. It's just you just fly.
yeah, and then no one's driving by you either.
Yeah. Oh, and you're by the water.
Yeah.
That is terrifying. Yeah, those guys did some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I miss wake surfing. I miss it.
Yeah, I do
It's
too.
so much fun.
I do too. I haven't done it in forever. I don't even know if I could still do it.
Yeah, you could. Pick it up. It's like riding a bike. I don't enjoy wakeboarding as much.
No.
It-
Wakeboarding's it's fun when you first start it because it's something new. But then you hit a point where you get to the point where it's like, okay, either gonna start learning some tricks or this is really boring.
Like I'm riding or I'm doing tricks.
yeah,
because
because it's not as enjoyable as snowboarding without doing tricks. Like snowboarding, you can get a lot of satisfaction going down a mountain,
Yeah.
carving, doing little bumps and stuff.
Yeah.
Wakeboarding, to do a trick, it's a lot. And then the real bummer with wakeboarding is learning tricks.
Yeah.
You gotta have a patient ass driver
Yeah.
because you're falling every time you try a trick. So it's like if you got a boat full of people and stuff and everyone's going, it's like, well, I don't fucking want to turn the boat around 20 times while I try to land this 180.
Right.
Like, what's the point?
It's fun. I would say that's one of the more impressive things is watching people do tricks on a wakeboard.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's all. I mean, for the most part, every extreme sport's about committing, but wakeboarding so much more so because you're using the boat as your speed, and you're
Yeah.
using like the rope as leverage, and you have to cut at the right time to hit the wake. And like the real good guys that do like flips and double flips and big spins and stuff, your driver actually has to be really well versed at wakeboard boat driving
Yeah.
because there's ways that they do it where when they make the turn, they intersect with their
Yeah.
wake at a certain time to
Yep.
double up on the wave
Yep.
sides. And that's so if they do that right and they know when you want to do your big trick, they'll do that for you, and then you can go and you'll essentially get
Yeah.
you double up on the wake size, and then you just launch.
Yeah.
But if the driver doesn't know how to do that, you're not gonna be able to do that trick.
No, you're just gonna hit a big wave and then it's gonna be all fucked up. You're not gonna hit it like at its peak.
Or you might be expecting to hit that big wave and trying to do a double flip, and then the driver can't do it, and you're like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's just it's a nice big wake, but it's not a double wake that I need to do this trick, this backside rodeo 540.
It's fun, and when they throw the rope around like that, when they're just grabbing the rope, I think that's what is super
Well, that's what's
impressive
hard. Even
too.
like so, 180, you don't need to throw the rope, but anything more than a 360 or more,
Yeah.
you're passing the handle back and forth,
Yeah.
which is that's a whole new skill. That's doing a trick.
doing a
and
snowboard trick with a rope,
It's doing a snowboard trick with a rope. Yeah, exactly.
and a machine is gauging your speed. You're not gauging your own speed. Whereas on a snowboard, you're gauging your own speed too.
Yeah.
That's wild. It's so much fun to watch.
Well, in snowboarding, it's like you can kind of speed check going into.
That's
a
what
jump.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can gauge your own speed.
Yeah, and
Whereas-
I'm sure, like good wakeboarders can do that, but I don't fucking know. I
Well,
could
they
never.
know.
I could.
Yeah.
I think I did a 180 a couple times. That was
The
it.
only time, like, I could never tell when I was wakeboarding, but wake surfing, you can definitely tell when you're going too fast or too slow.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I can't catch the wake.
Yeah.
Which that doesn't take. I don't think that takes. That doesn't take much experience to know, like. Or I guess you have to be pretty observant to know, like, okay, yep, I know I'm going too fast.
Yeah. Well, so if I'm driving the surf boat, I know what to look for in a wake to make it good surfing.
Right. Right.
When we go surfing, one, we didn't have the best surf boat, so it was a kind of minimal wake. It was more
Yeah,
just
you'd have
it was
people
like
sitting on
it was like
side.
one of the like first or second generation wakeboard boats. So it wasn't. I mean, you could surf on it, but it wasn't anything great. But two, my dad's never surfed. I think he tried it. He got up and stuff, but he doesn't know like what to look for,
Right.
how to turn. And he figured it out.
Yeah. How it
And then he
cur-
sold
how
the
wa-
boat.
how the wave's supposed to curl and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, what it's supposed to look like, what it
Well, and boats are now made with things called surf gates,
Oh yeah,
so it makes the wake impossible to not
Yeah.
find.
yeah. Well, yeah, and then that would have been nice. And then all my dad would have to focus on is just keeping the music at the same volume for the entire ride.
So that we could hear it while
Yeah.
we're riding.
Mm-hmm. Because hey, nothing worse than surfing to silence.
I forget what Bruno Mars song it is. Ultimate wake surfing song. It's my favorite song to listen to. I don't remember which one. It's one of his older ones. It's so good. I think he's one of those.
All
on
that
music?
glitters is gold. That one.
No, not that one.
Only shooting stars and break
No, I think
them
that's.
all home.
No, I don't think that's him.
You don't think that's it?
No, I don't think that's him actually.
What if Bruno Mars did a remix? Dude, how come no one's remixed that song? That's the best song from our childhood. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Get paid. That was the first song I memorized all the words to.
So easy to memorize all the
And we'd
words.
sing it on the Camp Christmas Tree bus.
What?
Going to summer camp. The whole bus would sing
Where'd you
all
go?
those.
Where did
not
you
all the small
go
things,
to
but
camp?
Camp Christmas Tree.
Where is that?
It's just over Highway 7 in
Oh,
Excelsior.
dude, you got a real experience.
Well, dude, I was like 8.
Yeah, I was 8 and went like 3 hours north.
Well, dude, I don't know. My mom wanted to see me at the end of the day. When I turned 12, they sent me to real summer camp.
Where'd you go to real summer camp?
Trout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chaminade was better, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Shamus say, but whatever. Whatever, dude.
Fuck is that place?
They're like right by each other. They're not too far.
Yeah, trout's fun. We talked about buying trout.
Yeah, we know. Oh, we bought it, and
We did?
the MLB is actually using our wiffle ball field right now for their bubble.
Speaking of wiffle ball, have we locked down a place where we're going yet?
No, that's me and your bro talked about that. We're doing that in the next few days here. I got to narrow it down for him. We do have a good group of guys. I think we have like 8 guys going up north right now, with a couple that might flex, but I doubt it.
Yeah. Doubt it.
So, but I think that'll give us a good
It's good enough.
good
Hey,
group
Good
for,
enough.
good group for drinking games, good group for wiffle ball,
Yeah.
and
Hey.
good cabin selection.
Hey, who's ever there? We'll have a good time.
Yeah.
We'll have a
Hey,
good time.
hey, gonna be good time. Gonna be good time. No matter who shows up, no matter what happens, no matter what goes down, no matter what we do, gonna be good time.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm excited to meet all your buddies too. I keep forgetting that your mom pays other people to hang out with you too.
All my other buddies, the 2 other people that aren't part of the wedding party.
Oh yeah,
That'll be a lot of people, though.
the 2 guys that don't drink.
I have a lot of friends, yeah. I have a lot of friends, so that'll work out really well.
You have double the friends that I have.
That's a good point.
I think my bachelor party was literally my wedding party.
It was. Which, hey.
Can you grab me one of those? Not one of those. One of the. Yeah, one
Here
of
you
those
go.
guys.
There you go.
Thank you.
Finally picked out my ring. Pretty
Let's hear about it.
pretty fucking sweet.
Let's hear about it.
I usually get juiced up about this stuff, but it's pretty cool.
How did they find a ring to fit around that 9.5-inch guy down there?
I don't know. I mean, that's been the tough part. I had to go to a couple different vendors, but we found one. It's brushed, so it's gold.
Okay.
It's yellow gold. It's brushed gold on the top, polished gold on the inside. It is, and then there are six evenly spaced Damascus steel dots
That's sweet.
inlaid in the ring, and they are down the center of the
I
ring.
thought you were gonna say diamonds, and I was about to slap you.
No. They had an example of that on their website, and I was like, I don't want the diamonds, but I want the dots.
Oh, I have a dude at work that has diamond on his ring.
Like
look-
one big one?
No, I think it's like 3 small ones. I don't know. It looks weird. If that's what you want, fine. Go
I'm not a
for
fan
it,
of
but
that.
it just I don't know. I like the just
Too
classic.
flashy.
Yeah.
This
Yours
one-
is essentially like mine minus the dots.
Yeah.
In gold.
Yeah. And it's flat, so the top's flat.
Oh, cool.
So it's not rounded.
That's really cool.
It's flat, and
I wonder if that'll help with it like not spinning as much.
it'll have to be a little thicker too, to fit the dots in there. It's
Yeah.
really cool though.
That's sweet.
It's really, really cool. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird because I've always wanted like a pinky ring or a thumb ring or something, but I never pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
So I never wore rings.
Yep.
And then when I got married, I was like, God, this is gonna feel weird. I don't know if I'm gonna like wearing a ring.
Yep.
As soon as even when I went to try it on at the store,
Yeah.
like when we were picking out,
Yeah.
felt weird, felt awkward. That day of when you're getting married, for some reason it just felt right. And then like that after that day, if I didn't have it on, it feels awkward. Like I've left work with it without it a couple times. It feels so weird.
When I had it, when I tried, because they had one that was pretty similar there. It was almost identical, except for there was more dots and they were off-centered, so they were a little bit scattered. When I tried it on, I was like, yep, this is right. This is it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was sweet. So I'm excited.
Dude, that's coming up fast.
I know. I think the suit thing too is fun to me. I mean, like I've always wanted a custom suit. I just didn't want to do it for work. I don't need to pay that much money for a work suit.
Yeah.
This one is just the inside of it's so
It's
cool.
so sweet.
Yeah. Right when he goes, "Oh yeah, you got to do different." He goes, "Yeah, it's going to be this much to do, some different color." I was like, "Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to get a normal. I'm not going to get a normal color."
You're already getting like the custom suit.
Yeah,
you
right. Might as well.
It was like $100 more or something for that. Are you gonna tell the lady about any of it? Okay,
Nope, she's going to be left in the dark.
cool,
Yeah. But she's seen the vests.
nice.
Yes. I'm excited about the vests.
Yeah, I'm excited to see those.
They're pretty cool.
Dude, you're all grown up, man.
I know. It's great.
What are we gonna do? I mean,
When you grow up, you just got to spend a lot of money to grow up. I
I didn't know
guess.
17-year-olds could get married.
They can if your parents sign the
Oh, okay, your
parents sign the
off?
release.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, when you have a arranged marriage,
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, there's no way that.
You do kind of have an arranged marriage.
How
Did you
is-
know that?
How?
Because when you met Lady, I think, I know you noticed her too, but I think a couple people point her out to you at the bar.
I think a couple of people
And-
forced her to keep talking to me. Is what you meant to say.
Well, no, I think, because I think wife went up and was chatting her up about her lipstick,
Yep.
Either right after you.
It was right after we got introduced.
Yeah, right after you guys got introduced.
Yeah.
And then when we were leaving the bar, she was like, "Oh God, is he a good guy?" And we had to lie and say yes.
Come on.
We had to go.
Not
You
that
know,
bad.
You know what? I want that. It's not like he's gonna murder you or anything. That's what I should have said. Well, I mean, it's not like he's gonna kill you or anything.
Could be one of the next day could be one of the best stories of all time.
So funny. So funny.
Supposed to be at my parents' place to help him move at about 9:00. Showed up at 11.
I'm so glad that I got to partake in that. I think I was having to go somewhere.
They were so mad. My
You
sister
had to
literally
come over to my place before.
My sister literally looks at me and she goes, "Don't say a word." And I go, "I don't plan on it." And walked into the house, picked up the heaviest thing I could find. I go, "This is why you guys needed me. I'm picking up the heaviest thing I can get and bringing it into the house."
What if you would have gone in there? Because you showed up like what, 2-3 hours late?
2. Yeah.
Did you tell them that you were late?
Mm-mm.
You're just gonna. Oh.
Well, what am I gonna tell them? Hey, I'm gonna be late. No.
Yeah.
No. They already expected me to be there.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
there's no point.
They should have just been happy to see you. You could have been dead for all day.
Yeah. There's no point.
You know. What if you would have just walked in there though, and grabbed like a vase, and we're like, yeah, that's what you guys need me for, huh? Happy to help.
Oh man.
Just walked out, put the vase in the truck, and then got back in your car and drove away.
Just
How
kidding.
hungover were you?
I thought I was going to die. Just a pouring sweat. Thought I was going to die. Then after we had moved everything, and I just sit down on the couch and just watch TV for 3 hours. It was brutal.
You were still living in Chicago, too, during all that.
Yeah. Yep. I was here for an extra weekend, yeah. So they had to enlist my labor. They had to enlist my labor work because they needed my help.
You think about that, though. That was such a random night. I think we went out with the dentist and old bitch. And
the dental hygienist.
And then wife met us out after she was done with work. She was just like, she got back to our apartment and she was like, "Hey, I'm kind of bored. Do you mind if I come hang out with you guys?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Come along."
Well, that was the thing.
Come
Is
meet us.
I came in a week early because I'd quit my job and had 2 weeks off.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
came
So
a
you,
week
but you
early.
weren't moving back. You were in between jobs in Chicago, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
and I came
yeah.
back a week early, and then we went to a football game earlier in the day, and then we went out after that. Because I
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
supposed to be home that week. I was supposed to be home the week after that for our buddy's wedding.
Yes.
So I
and
came
then-
home a week early.
Yeah, and that's why you're home. And then we invited Lady to the wedding that night. I invited her, dude.
Mhm.
I teed that up for you. You can't ever say that I'm not a wingman for you. I teed up
You did all right.
her driving 3 hours to a wedding.
She's already
to
going to be
come
halfway up there. But yeah, I mean, you did your part.
Oh, halfway to Walker?
Yep.
Still 3 hour drive.
Good point.
Yep. It's a 6 hour drive to Walker. I took that into account. 3 hours, dude.
It's in Canada.
I made her drive 3 hours for you.
It's in Canada, so it's not close.
And it was a red wedding at the end of the night.
I don't
Just-
know what that means.
Oh, you've never seen Game of Thrones?
No.
Oh,
Well, I
dude.
have.
You-
But I mean, I've only watched the 3 seasons that I watched with you.
I think this was in season 3, the red wedding, where the girls get married and they come in and kill everyone in the room.
Oh, yeah, maybe I saw that.
Yeah.
Not that type of wedding.
No,
but
not
yeah.
that type of wedding,
Yeah,
but she did throw up red
But
wine
it
on your
ended,
carpet.
yeah, that was great. Had to scoop it up with a bunch of towels.
Exact same thing though. Murdering a whole castle and throwing up red wine on hotel carpet.
Hey, the carpet though helped us out a lot. Had a little bit of tints of red in it and green, so it was perfect.
Perfect.
Didn't have
Christmas
to
carpet.
yeah, didn't have to do anything. Yeah,
Love it.
love it. Did you guys book your hotel room yet?
No, my parents did though.
Your parents did?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, I actually had to get on that.
Yeah, we have to do that too. We haven't done ours yet, so.
That's what I figured. So I was like, I gotta talk to Dirty about what
Yeah,
the
I think
what
I'm
the
gonna
deal
do
is.
that tomorrow.
They're in like I guess there's like 2 parts to it, and they're in like the newer part. So
Mhm. That's
yeah.
what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Dude, you know my mom, man. God forbid.
Hey, apparently, the whole hotel is open. Apparently you can. Apparently the pool's open. Everything.
Oh, because that's in Wisconsin. You might have
The
actually.
swim up bar. No, it's not. It's not Wisconsin.
That's not.
Mm-mm.
Oh, is that in Hinckley?
Yeah.
Weird. I thought that was in Wisconsin for some reason.
Close enough.
Your
go
wedding's
right
in
at-
Wisconsin, though, right?
If you go right across the border. So right across the border from Hastings is Prescott.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought that was
No,
in
it's right across
Wisconsin.
the border. No. It's close.
It's
Really
kind of
close.
funny that we're doing your bachelor party in Wisconsin.
Why is that funny?
Well, because I thought your wedding was in Wisconsin.
Little did you know that we're not doing it in Wisconsin.
Oh, I thought Hastings and Hayward were the same deal.
Yeah, except for the fact that they're on the opposite side of the state.
I always confuse the two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty close though.
Those and Haskell's, just it's confusing.
You should see what the drive is from Hastings to Hayward. See what the drive is like.
All right.
That's got to be a 6-hour drive.
What comes first, Hastings?
Hastings is south. Hayward's north.
But where do we want to start? Hastings?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't care. It's going to be the same thing. Where do we want to start? Doesn't matter.
Dude, it depends on traffic.
Maybe
though.
a 5-minute difference.
Oh, there's a Hayward, California. Do you want to go to Wisconsin?
Yeah, I'd prefer that.
2 hours and 35 minutes.
Oh, that's not that far. I thought it was way farther. All right, I think I quiche this lighter. Give me that one. I just can't. This thing I cannot keep lit to save my life. It's crazy. It's the worst cigar I've ever had. I'm never buying one of these again.
I'm surprised you went with the Romeo and Juliet.
So am I.
I feel
but
like typically,
I saw
they're
them,
not
they were
bad.
they were nice and fat, and they were lighter. So
They're
that's why I
not
got 'em.
bad cigars, but they're just kind of like the classic,
Yeah, they sell them at gas stations. They're nowhere near a 4 Kicks, that's for sure.
They fit well in my mouth, though.
Yeah, it's perfect size for those lips.
Did you get extra long cigars after finding out you had a 9.5-inch inseam?
Mm-hmm. Nice and fat ones. I can't believe that AJ Hawk on Hawk and McAfee Sports Talk, or McAfee and Hawk Sports Talk, I can't believe that he smokes a cigar pretty much every day.
It's insane. So does Jordan.
Jordan smokes those little thin guys.
Dude, I don't know. I saw one on his fishing trip where he had one like twice the length of these guys.
I couldn't do it.
No.
I could smoke
But you think about it though, he smokes probably every day, and then he's out on a fishing trip, deep sea fishing. He probably smokes like 1 or 2 of those.
He probably smokes 1 or 2 a day.
But those long ones, like that long one, could last you 4 hours. That's
Easily.
when you're the retired goat. That's half your day. You're not up more than 10 hours in a day.
I had one like this, a Padron like this, a dark one. 2.5 hours.
Yeah, you think about the quality of Jordan cigars that he's buying. Those probably last a day for him, like a day
He's
and a half.
getting them made.
He's
yeah.
he's probably kind of like spit on it and stub it out before he goes to bed at night, and then he lights it back up in the morning.
Yeah, it's crazy. I could smoke one tomorrow. Don't know how I'd enjoy it as much though.
Yeah, I'm definitely like a once a month cigar kind of guy.
Yeah.
And it's not even, they do make me feel kind of gross like the next day or even like later that night.
Yeah.
But if
I feel the same way the next day. I do.
yeah, I just feel kind of like gross and like heavier almost.
Yeah, I definitely have to brush my teeth like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
Because it's impossible to get the taste out of your mouth.
Nothing probably smells worse when you're kissing a girl than if you have cigar and coffee breath.
Oh. An empty stomach breath too. There's nothing worse. And it's a real thing.
Oh yeah.
It is so disgusting.
Because it's just acid coming out.
Yeah, after I've had coffee and then I don't eat anything for a majority of the day. Oh,
You just
gosh.
feel it in your mouth.
Yeah. It's so gross. I've had this really good coffee though. I think it's called is it called Stoke? STOK. Hey dude, you want to poop 8 times in one day? Have that stuff.
Well, Stoke is Swedish for laxative, so that's probably why.
It's so strong. I couldn't believe how strong it was. It's really good. I have to mix it with other coffee though cuz it's so strong. Had Dunbros today though. Still the best coffee I've ever had.
Yeah, and Dunbros.
It's
I had Dunbros
so
today too.
good.
It was amazing.
Oh,
Wife went and got me an iced one this morning.
love that coffee.
Nothing better than taking a Friday off when the girls are going up north. I was gonna say lady. Wife got up early, was getting ready, had to like finish packing. She was probably same feeling that we get when for boys' weekend, where it's just like, oh,
so
can't sleep
juiced,
Christmas
yeah.
night. We were talking about that last night. She's like, I'm like so excited for this weekend. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you got the itch.
Yeah.
But it was so nice. I woke up at 6, went back to bed because I was like, I have today off, motherfucker. I'm not waking up this early. Went back to bed, woke up at 9 to the wife putting an iced coffee on my nightstand.
Oh. I couldn't go with a straight iced coffee. I mean, I had to get an iced vanilla Nirvana because I had to have some sugar in my system.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get the metabolism
I mean,
going.
it was 10 o'clock. I mean, I was at a sugar deficit, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, your diet is the exact opposite of keto.
I had that coffee, then I got home, got completely naked.
You're like the opposite of Weight Watchers, too. You're like, I got to make sure I hit like at least 100 grams of sugar.
Got completely naked, and then before I left for the gym, mixed myself a smoothie with frozen berries.
Did you get dressed before you went to the gym?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't get dressed in the car this time. And then
Nothing better than making a berry smoothie butt ass naked in your apartment.
yeah. And then had a healthy scooping of peanut butter and protein.
Perfect.
Yeah, had my sugar intake.
Yeah.
Times 12.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
You're good to go, man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't get the honey dip cigars, man, just for some sugar. Some added sugar.
The best.
You should get you should get your own wood tip for all your cigars and just re-dip it in
plug it
sugar
in.
water every
Yeah,
time.
just plug it in.
Yeah.
Just plug it in a little hole at the top.
Just like
It's not a bad idea.
you should get like the man version of the Corella DeVille cigarette holder for a cigar.
That's not a bad idea. I might have to do that. I wonder if they make those. Cigar holder.
So Josh Wolf kind of replaced Brian Callen on Fighter Than Kid temporarily.
Yes.
Well, Brian's dealing with some probably legal shit.
I'll leave my opinion to myself.
Yeah, I don't think we want to get too into that until all the
Facts
all
come
the
out.
all the facts come out. I don't want to play both sides.
By
of
the
this
way,
guy.
I think Chris is letting everything just die. Hasn't said a word.
Maybe he was banking on Brian getting busted and just having that shift the conversation. He's like, okay, now I can come back.
He goes, I'm not going to say a word for about 3 weeks. I know shit about Brian's going to come out.
I'm interested to see what Chris does because, in my opinion, I feel like he handled it the wrong way. If he's innocent and doesn't agree with the allegations and stuff, come out and fucking say it like Callen did, in my opinion.
I don't know.
I feel like his silence makes him look, for this long especially, makes him look very, very guilty. Like
he's dead silent.
He allowed himself to be canceled.
He hasn't said a word,
And
except for his first statement, hasn't said a word.
Well, and that's what Callen said in his statement. He goes, everyone you talk to when you're in this situation will tell you, your agent, your
Don't say
manager, whatever, just lay low,
Yeah.
whatever. He goes, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't do this.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, I'm waiting for all the facts to come out because it's a he said, she said type deal, and I fucking hate those things because there's no winners really until you know all the facts. But in my opinion, that's what an innocent person does. If I'm accused of something, I'm fighting tooth and nail. I'm not just like, oh, I'm gonna wait for this to blow over. But I get it. I get the other side of it too. Because I think both work. But I just feel like if D'Elia's coming back, he's waited a long ass time. So now it's like he's almost waited so long where when he does come back, it's gonna all bubble up again, and he's gonna have to deal with it all over again. Whereas if you kind of just keep the train rolling, it moves past and you just keep rolling.
Yeah.
And I don't know where they're at mentally. It's got to be fucking hell going through this type of shit.
Chris just had a kid, all that stuff.
Yeah.
He
like finally settled down.
Well, it's similar to well, I would equate it to getting arrested and lawyering up right away. Mm-hmm. Depending on your situation, doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Doesn't look good when you lawyer up right away.
Or like in those Law and Order shows where they talk to the husband and they like ask him one like kind of like random question and he goes, "Do I need a lawyer?"
Yeah, and you're like, "Oh, all right."
But it's like if you're an innocent man, at what point are you? Because if you're the husband and your wife dies, you're gonna get accused.
Yeah.
At what point if you really are innocent, at what point do you get a lawyer? just to protect yourself from getting just to have someone there while the cops are questioning you, making sure that you don't trip up and say something incriminating without even trying to. Like if you're completely innocent, they can talk you in circles and make you.
Well, look at all the documentaries that have come out that people are innocent
right?
in jail.
Dude, Brendan Dassey even. I mean, granted, he was like a 13-year-old kid that had trouble writing wrestling papers for school, but
That's
so
sad. That one was sad.
that was very sad. But that can happen to the smartest people.
Yeah. Yep.
You even look at like some of the testimonies with Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Like in Congress.
Yeah.
He's a freaking idiot, dude.
Yeah.
He can't string a sentence together.
No.
But it's those pressure situations they get you, and he's super smart.
Yeah. Well, you were saying something about husbands. I had something to say, but I can't remember. Anyway, go on.
You want
were gonna
7
say
of
something.
them?
You were gonna say something about You were gonna say something about Brian before all of this.
Oh, I don't even know.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, oh, I was talking about Josh Wolf, how he replaced
yeah.
Brian. It's so far gone now. It's not worth it.
No, it's worth it.
Oh, so we're talking about cigar holders in like Corella DeVille.
Yeah.
You getting a Corella DeVille cigarette holder. Well, Josh Wolf took over Fight on the Kid temporarily. I think he's a great backfill
He's really
for
good.
Brian.
Yeah.
I think Schaub is a little anxious. He's talking a lot.
Yeah.
Talking over a lot of people.
Yeah.
And people, I do read the comments. They say that every show. I don't really notice it. This last episode, I noticed a lot. But I feel like Josh Wolf's a great fill-in. But he was pumping up his own show that he does.
Yeah.
And I tuned into it, and he smokes and will like do shrooms and stuff on it with like other comedians. Him and Ryan Sickler were on it together, and they were just in his backyard, and they were both smoking J's, and they had like a roach clip, but it wasn't a roach clip. It was those mini hands that you put on a finger. So it was like a whole hand on their finger holding like it was like the OK sign or like 2 fingers or whatever. And it was just like the joint was like pinched between their mini plastic hand on their one finger. It was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Have you seen that Saturday night? I think it's Saturday Night Live.
Gilly.
I'm Junie.
Yes.
That's what I think. That's what makes it so funny.
Kristen Wiig.
Yes, it's so funny. That's what I always think of when she's like, "And I'm Junie." It's so funny.
She was like the I don't want to say. She was the last. Kristen Wiig was like on the last part of SNL that I would tune into and watch.
Yeah. I don't watch SNL.
I haven't watched it since she was on. And I didn't watch it because she was on it. But she was fucking hilarious. The Maya Rudolph was fucking hilarious. Their whole like crew was really funny.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, Saturday night. I got shit to do.
There's a lot of stuff on.
And you watch it live, it's a lot of commercials. When you're used to watching like just like comedy on YouTube, it's a lot of fucking commercials.
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of people are going to YouTube.
And
even though YouTube's skyrocketed in commercials, I mean it's still better.
And from what I've been able to tell, J Bone's here, he can join. From what I've been able to tell, SNL doesn't do clips on YouTube or anything.
Oh yeah.
Come on
Probably
in.
don't. Hey, brother.
Sit.
No. Sit, please.
My parents apparently just bought a house, so I'm waiting for a call back from them. So I may.
You can be in and out.
Yeah, you can be in and
no,
out.
You're good.
Yeah, just
You're
come
good.
hang, man.
How
I'll
much?
get this
hey,
chair
how much
ready
battery
for you.
life we got? That's.
We have 1 bar. We're good.
Okay, we're good.
We're good for a little bit.
We're golden.
Yeah.
Hey, another props to the intern. I really like what she's doing.
Yeah.
I really, really like it.
Yeah, she's killing it.
She's killing the game.
She's killing it. I'll tell her. Tell her you said that.
Good. I like it. I think she's doing a good job.
Here, one second.
Yeah. Okay. Go for it. Set him up.
Dude, tell them about Candy Collection and.
I don't need to plug it any more than it's already been plugged.
Plug it, dude.
No, I don't need to. But I do think that we need to shout out the Kings brothers and try to get them on here.
Yeah,
that would be so much fun. Yeah, they'd have good stories too. Probably, I'm sure. Some of them they probably couldn't tell us on the podcast. Others they probably could.
Oh, I bet they have some good.
Yeah.
Celebrity stories.
Oh, 100%.
We could even do it where they don't say names or something.
Yeah, 100%. Easily.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Yeah, I think we should definitely get them on here. We need to have old bitch back on for hunting podcast too.
Yeah, we should do one. What hunting season's coming up
Duck.
right now? Duck.
Duck's
Well,
coming
we
up
kinda
in
talked
or
about ducks. Let's talk about pheasants or something with
yeah,
them.
we can talk. Well, yeah, because that's very similar season.
Yeah.
We can talk about that. That's end of September
Yeah.
is when that's coming up.
We should do focused ones with him, like waterfowl, pheasants, upland, wolves,
Yeah.
meese.
Oh yeah. We should talk about all that.
Yeah. Sorry to the chick that tweeted out, guys, stop burping into your mics on podcasts. I apologize.
No one tweeted that out.
Want to bet?
Nope. No one did that.
I'll show you right now. I'll show you. And I apologize. Not really, but I do.
Who tweeted that out? It was someone that we know.
Nope.
You're-
Hey, dude. No one we know is on Twitter. Except the intern. I don't fucking know her name even. I don't know how to spell it. Corinne something.
We're putting Corinne on blast.
Yeah.
Hey, Corinne, we hear you, and we're still gonna keep burping.
No, she's fucking hilarious. But
She did not actually put that on.
yeah, she did. Yep.
Do you know her?
No, she's like a comedian in New York or something. She's really funny actually, but I was
She's-
like, I burp and fart into my microphone all the time. Sorry.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's something with guys though. It sounds cool in your ears. Like you want to hear it.
Yeah.
You want to hear it resonate.
Yeah. Why is
Dude,
that with guys?
I can't wait. I'm gonna go pick up my amp for my guitar, and I'm gonna hook up these mics to the amp, and I'm gonna fucking max the gain out on that motherfucker, put it on top of the balcony, and burp into it to wake up wife one of these days.
Fart into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should do that.
I'll open the window, put the amp facing out the window, and I'll just fart
Is
into the
an amp
neighborhood.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Is that a?
Yeah, it's like a speaker that you plug into a.
Hey, I have a question. When are you picking that up?
I don't know.
Just saying, if you do it before the wedding, wouldn't be the worst thing.
Oh yeah, I can get that for you.
I know. We got to figure that out. We don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, because essentially with these setups, I don't know. I actually think my amp has an XLR cord, so it would probably work.
I'd probably have to get a wireless for this mic, and hook it up to the amp. To
Yeah,
connect it.
yeah. So then you need a receiver and stuff
Yeah.
for it. But
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Or we'll just get people to actually bring their own.
I'll go pick
stuff.
it up next week and we can play around with it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Or we'll get the DJ might come early. Whatever. We'll figure it out.
Honestly, I would do the DJ because they're gonna know their shit more. Less fuck factor.
I don't really want to be worrying about that the day of.
No. But I'm pumped, man. I scoped out a new electric guitar that I think I want to
Really?
get. Yeah.
That'd
I'm not
be
gonna get it for
sweet.
a little bit, but and it's nothing like super fancy or anything, but it's
Yeah.
just a Fender Telecaster.
I don't know the difference between any of those guitars at all.
I know you don't.
It's so cool.
But the people do.
It's so cool.
Yeah. What's up,
Hey,
J-Bone?
welcome, dude.
How we doing,
You ready
gents?
for round two
Good.
of
How are,
this?
yeah. Join. This one won't get as weird. This one won't get as weird. Here, yeah. Go ahead.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking Shell's Oktoberfest, even though it's only August.
Perfect.
You like that Oktoberfest shit, huh?
I do. It's tasty.
I don't know if I could do
I
that.
can drink a lot of them.
I can do a lot of Guinness, but that's about as dark as you can get.
I was just gonna
So-
say, isn't it a little early for Oktoberfest? But not really.
Yeah,
It's
well, I
like
would've
next
something
month.
to say about that.
What'd you say, bitch? Yeah, October's coming up pretty quick.
No,
actually.
Oktoberfest is next month, dude.
Yeah.
What?
Starts in September. Most of it is in September. It ends the first, 9 days of October.
Explain that one to me.
Germans.
Oh,
Done.
Maybe the calendar is different. back
yeah,
then.
yeah. A lot of their stuff makes a lot of sense that they've done. Yeah, a lot of it back
Yeah.
in history when you think about it.
Yeah. The Volkswagen Bug.
Yeah,
Exhibit A.
I saw a pink one of those at Perkins on my drive over
you
there.
wanted one, don't you?
Was it a Mary Kay one?
Ooh, probably. Did not think that.
No, Mary Kay only did Cadillacs.
No, they did PT Cruisers.
Did they?
I think Mary Kay just does pink cars.
Yeah, they just did pink, I think was the requirement.
Their big thing though was pink Cadillacs, though, right?
If you're the senior VP of the pyramid scheme, yeah.
Or your Teddy Bridgewater buying a car for your mom.
Yeah, that's a good point. Think he got it painted, or you think he got it wrapped?
Who does he even play for?
He got traded, I think.
Yeah,
oh,
he's not with New Orleans.
no. Who is he with?
Buffalo.
Is he with the Panthers? Wait, did he replace Cam?
He might have.
He might have. Let me Google
Because
it.
they drafted somebody too.
Yeah.
They actually drafted Cam's little brother.
Do you think they do? Do you think they do a split quarterbacking between Cam and the other guy?
Up in New England.
Yeah. That's what some people have said.
Dude, I'm ready to get back into football this year. I took a couple seasons off. We kind of cheered for the Browns last year, and I'm not giving up on the Browns, and I'm not going back to the Vikings, but I'm like excited for the football season this year. I think last year I was kind of down on the Vikings. I wanted to get behind a new team, but it didn't really pan out, and I wasn't actually into it. This year I'm ready for NFL.
Yeah. And
it probably won't happen because of that. So sorry, everyone.
Probably. Thanks.
With
Thanks, my friend.
With baseball and hockey starting, I can't watch most of the games because I don't have cable. But I don't ever usually follow the Twins until it gets close to the playoffs. Dude, I look at the Twins score and the stats every single day now.
Because they're
every
killing
day. But no, it's even at the beginning of the season.
They're scoring runs.
Yeah, even at the beginning of the season, they are killing it. They're first in the league, aren't they? Or they're first in their division.
I
Yeah.
think we had a game advantage when we were actually first in the league.
Yeah, it's so much fun to actually just follow because it's
meant to be out in the background.
1/3 of the games, something like that. It's so much fun. And NHL, the way they set up the NHL playoffs is the way the playoffs should be set up every single year.
That's how they should do every single season.
Dude, playing
just like 8 weeks or whatever.
It's so fucking sweet. You have play-in games. You have all play-in games, and then the top 4 teams in each side get a bye.
I don't really understand the whole point of like baseball, hockey, basketball to a lot of extent.
A shit ton of games.
A shit ton of games that don't matter.
Yeah.
Why not just space them out more where it's give players adequate rest like football does.
Yeah.
And just it doesn't have to be 16 games because that seems like not enough.
Yeah.
Is there some like perfect with the NFL it's like you play your division and then this other division, like it's always structured very perfectly. It can't be like that with the MLB. There's way too many games.
No, and because
they do have a lot of in division games though. Like they have to hit those.
But I think there's more it's overweighted to division games than it is to anything else.
Yeah.
Because how many times would the Twins play the White Sox in a season?
Well, it's for sure a home and away.
Yeah, for sure twice.
But even that's only 7 games. That means.
They probably
play them 4 times, don't they?
Yeah,
you play your division 4 times, maybe.
They have 180
or
games, so you
best
have to.
Who the fuck
yeah,
else
you have to.
Wouldn't it make sense if it's best of 3?
Probably, but you're bringing logic into this, and it's the MLB, so I guarantee that is not a factor.
I mean, that's what they should do. I don't even necessarily think giving them adequate rest. Shorten up the season and make it every game's worth something. Every game now in the MLB is worth 3 games. It's so much better to watch. It's so much better.
May through August is your season. Playoffs September.
Yeah.
First week of October World Series.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Fix
And
the MLB.
I think hockey should be the same thing. They should shorten it up. They should shorten it up and give more.
Hockey should not be finishing in June. That's ridiculous.
No one cares that long.
No.
Yeah, hockey needs to figure out how they want to
finish in the winter.
Well, they got to figure out how they want to compete with the NFL.
Finish in March, right before March Madness.
Yeah, because you lose a lot of
that
people.
Means the prime.
Start the playoffs after March Madness. Start the playoffs in April and have them finish in May.
Yeah. That's probably how you do it.
I do think they need to open up.
Have the play-ins during the March Madness tournament, and then kick off like the hot, heated playoff games.
You imagine if
first
NBC
of April, you're done.
The rights to that.
You're done.
There's no way CBS ever lets those up, though. I guess.
No, it's on NBC,
dude.
NBC Sports Network.
Think about this.
Hockey is. I know. I'm saying if CBS ever gave up the rights to March Madness.
Oh yeah.
And they could tie in the championship and the back-to-back tournament starts and finishes like that with a major audience. That's how you build hockey's audience up.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is they created this. The way they created the playoffs in the NHL is like how we used to play when we were kids. You have a shit ton of teams. You have what? You have 8 teams on either side, and then 4 other teams. So you have 16 plus
when
another.
When we do a weekend tournament or something.
Yeah, dude, that's how they did it. But they're doing it over 2 months. That's the way you have to do it.
Yeah.
You get people excited about watching hockey.
Well, because those seasons, they're so long. It's hard to get into because it's just I don't care. I'm not going to commit this much time to follow all of it, much less one team. But I love the playoffs, especially NHL. Even NBA, I love the NBA playoffs. If
Yeah.
it's like but think about this with hockey. Game 7 Memorial Day weekend for the Stanley.
Yeah, if they timed it up right. I mean, you get so many people that are just going to be sitting around anyway. Have 'em, like Wimbledon. People just sit around on the weekend who don't give a fuck about tennis and just watch it because it's something to watch and it's the only thing that weekend.
Yeah.
Wimbledon has been... This is so interesting. Wimbledon has been paying for pandemic coverage for the past... What was it?
So like insurance-wise?
So they've been paying... Yeah. So they've been
coverage?
Yeah, they've been paying for pandemic insurance
TV
coverage.
at
No,
first.
sorry, yeah. Pandemic insurance coverage for the past however many years. It's equated to 34 million dollars, okay? The amount that they've been paying in insurance. They're about to file a claim for $144 million.
Holy shit. Do you think that makes up for what they've lost? Or more? Or less?
That's what it is. No, that's what they would have made. That's what they would have made for one thing of Wimbledon.
Oh, so that's... Okay, never mind.
Sorry,
I
one,
was thinking of it as like a league. I wasn't thinking it was just like just the one event.
So for one Wimbledon tournament, for the whole tournament, and maybe it's for other tournaments, but I think it's just for the Wimbledon tournament.
No, because I bet you're right. I was just thinking about it wrong.
Yeah, it's just for the Wimbledon tournament. They've paid a total of $34 million over the years that they've paid for this insurance. They're about to get paid in 1 year they filed a $144 million claim.
Is that the like national? It's probably not even the national, but because that's over in Europe. But is that like the World Tennis Organization that runs Wimbledon, or is Wimbledon like a standalone venue that like runs that tennis tournament every single year?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know because you think like the PGA runs the Masters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I would assume that the tennis organization has something to do with it.
That's why I was confused because like how do you? In tennis, it's probably a little bit easier to do it because it's not like there's not a ton of events. But like hockey, like how would you gauge?
How much you
lost? If we miss half the season, how much revenue did we lose? Like how do you really get that to a T?
Historic.
Yeah.
Historic stuff.
And then, so that was my question. Like, do you think it's less or more than what they actually would have made at it? Not that it matters, but
they have people that they have so many financial analysts that go into that to figure out, insurance companies then have to go into their to their financial analysts and say, okay, they're going to file this claim. We have to do some investigation to see how much they're going to make, how much they would have made, how much they made historically. We can kind of gauge how much they would have made this year, and that's probably what Wimbledon did too. They hired outside firms to say, hey, this is what we were projecting, this is what we made historically. Can you guys come up with a realistic number? And it's insane. Yeah. And I don't know how much they'll get paid. They're filing a claim for that much. I don't know how much they'll get paid, but it's wild. I mean, that's the reason you buy insurance.
Yeah.
That for those reasons, that's why you buy it.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking right when I read it. I go, that's the reason why you buy it. Yeah, they paid $34 million. It was $2 million a year over 17 years. So that'd be $34 million.
That makes it worth it.
Yeah, totally makes it worth it.
Yeah.
You made your money back.
Yeah, and everyone was probably like, oh, you're freaking idiots.
You made your money back times 4, times 5, 4.5.
Dude, I'm sick of sports. Let's mix those whiskeys together and finish this bad boy strong.
All right. Okay, I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fill them up.
Mix them.
Mix them, dude.
You were the one who called it out. Fix them.
Right.
Mix them.
You have your hands full.
Mix them and fix them.
Dude, when are you going to be able to just squeeze that mic stand between your tits and just let it sit there?
I don't know, dude. These fat tits are getting there.
Just fucking titty fuck yourself with the microphone stand.
Gosh, dude, that mirror was not friendly to me today. I was looking at it. I go, gosh, I got some work to do.
They did. It was kind of like a fun mirror, though. Like, made you look
thick.
Look longer than
made me
were.
Look longer, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice for me. Didn't make me look any thinner. No, but that's not the point.
I mean, didn't do any justice to your tit area or anything, but whatever.
Didn't make my calves look any thicker.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
All right, so here's how we get this exactly even.
All right, so what we're doing here is we're mixing proper, Angel's Envy, and what's the other one? The Japanese stuff?
Suntory.
Holy shit, dude.
Because we have less than much left.
Less than much. Hey, dude, we got less than much left.
Yeah.
All right, so he's pouring the Japanese whiskey into the Angel's Envy bottle, and he's pouring the proper 12 into the Angel's Envy bottle. By the way, one of the coolest bottles ever made, the Angel's Envy bottle.
I'd agree.
I love it. It's so cool looking. Jeez, that was a lot of proper.
Yeah.
That was a lot of proper.
That was more than I thought.
Yep. It's okay.
But here
Swish
we go.
it around. Swish it around. This is a
quick aging process.
This could be the end of the night for us. Right here. You guys are witnessing it. Got those shaky hands. Hadn't have enough
Dude,
alcohol
I
yet.
am so shaky.
Those
right
shaky hands.
That Centauri balances out nicely.
Yeah, it does. It makes it nice and clear.
Yep.
All right, well. This is going to get interesting. We should have the first swig we should have our first swig at the same time. Just so
Yeah.
All right. Well, cheers. We're a little late, but
Cheers, man. Congrats on your suit.
Hey, thanks for coming with.
Of course. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Hey, not bad.
Really good.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Dude, I was just thinking about it too. I did not think about this. Didn't cross my mind before we did it, but I just thought about it right now. All three very different whiskeys. Irish,
Yep.
Japanese, and bourbon.
Very good. I think we're onto something here.
Dude, the trifecta. What do we call this? The tri-blend?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm dead serious. Would do it. Would drink it again. Would mix an entire bottle of it.
Yeah.
It's
will
very
we have
good.
more?
Ooh, wow. It's got that sweet flavor. It's got the sweet flavor of the Japanese whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really taste much of the bourbon flavor in it.
No, I feel like that's almost like the afterburn.
Yeah. And the proper
Yeah.
probably just adds to it.
Dude,
The spiciness.
The Furry Turkey tri-blend.
Man, that's good. Shit, I think we're onto it. All right, so we should come out with our own whiskey is what you're saying.
I think we just did. We just have to buy a bunch of bottles of Angel Envy, Centauri, and Proper, mix them all together, come out with our own bottle,
Yeah.
get a liquor license. I don't think we even need a distilling license because technically we're not distilling shit.
That's a good point.
We're just blending it, dude.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right. I'll work on the liquor license portion of it.
Yeah, what are the logistics of this?
Not
Is it legal to take other whiskeys and blend them together and call it our own?
cheap.
Hey, you're our lawyer.
Yeah.
I know bird law.
Yeah,
Take a
riddle
seat.
me this.
Okay, so we just mixed Angel's Envy, Centauri, and Proper 12. Actually good. I'm not lying. Good. Tastes good. It's not average, it's good.
Been like stirred.
So yeah. So we mixed it. Yeah.
Okay.
So we mixed it into that bottle. So
Oh no, we took it through our standard Furry Turkey distilling blending process. And by distilling blending, I just mean blending.
So here's the question: could we bottle it in our own bottles, brand it, and sell it as our own? With 3 differents in there.
Yes.
Legally?
Yes.
Do we need a liquor license?
Yes.
As long as
To sell
whatever
it,
you're
yes.
buying doesn't say can't be redistributed. Which I don't think any of it does because it's all distributed again. That's how
Yeah.
the whole liquor industry works.
Yeah.
You would just be your margins would be absolute garbage. You'd have to sell.
We
it
just
for
couldn't
an
tell
exorbitant
people.
amount of
We just
money.
couldn't tell people what the mixture is.
Well, and you probably wouldn't want to.
No, but that's
So
what I'm
they
saying.
could just go do it themselves.
You couldn't tell them what the mixture is.
Oh, we're fucked
I
because we
think-
just did.
Maybe we'll change it though.
We changed it.
All right, so you're gonna delete this part of this episode.
Yep.
It's gonna be a weird gap where you say we just did, and that's where you start.
Perfect. All right.
All right,
So
there's
we
your
can
cue.
do that.
Mark
Perfect.
your cue.
Yeah,
Audio
mark
cue.
that.
Audio
Yeah, okay,
cue.
all right, got it.
Okay.
Timestamp, Jamie.
Okay. That's hey. Timestamp, Jamie.
Hey, you might be a good guy to have here right now for what I want to bring up before we wrap this up. Dr Disrespect just went live on YouTube for the first time
I saw
today.
that. I did see that.
He went live last night. He was
On Instagram Live, yep.
No, on YouTube.
Mm.
He's probably on Instagram
He's on
as well.
Instagram first to announce it.
But he went YouTube live and just background and music playing.
Is he the only one doing it? Did he sign a contract with YouTube, or what are you saying?
Oh,
What do you
he
mean?
got kicked off Twitch.
Why?
We don't know, but I'm guessing he announced it in his stream. But he got kicked off Twitch, and then it was like a month ago, I think. Last night he went live and I checked today. He was still live. It was just a background with music playing. It was like a gas station and his branding and stuff. And then the last time I checked, it was like an hour countdown. So he was going live, and I think he had some videos on YouTube before, but he didn't really stream on YouTube. He just streamed on Twitch, and now he's streaming on YouTube, and he's already over like 3 million subscribers. Like he just had essentially a blank screen. It was a car parked at a gas station, like graphically designed with Dr Disrespect branding in the background, and just that was it. Music playing. People were donating. People were subscribing. People were becoming members. Guy probably made like $10,000 just putting up a blank screen.
Easily.
Yeah.
So what does he do? Does then he go to YouTube and he says, "Hey,
I think that's kind of what he was proving.
So
He's like, I think he was trying to prove his clout and hoping that YouTube probably reaches out to him.
He had a contract with Twitch. He was
he in breach of
at
contract?"
the time probably then their biggest streamer now because Ninja had left and Shroud had left.
Yeah.
And like I would say he was their like if he went live, he was instantly going to be number one unless there was some other event. Like he was the average.
Yeah,
he averaged the most. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And so he had a contract with them. He keeps claiming even now that he does not know why he was permanently banned from Twitch.
What's your thoughts?
I have suspicion.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. This is what we needed.
Yeah, this is exactly why I'm glad you're here because I don't know shit about it and I want to know. I want to know and I'm not looking. I know you probably look at Reddit at it, and I'm okay getting it from you, but I don't want to go down a rabbit hole. Yeah.
Some of this will be like Reddit has influenced some of this only because I wasn't like an avid follower. Like I barely ever had watched him.
Yeah, I watched him a little bit. He's funny as shit.
He is very true to his like brand. He believes in his brand quite a bit. Like that was the whole E3 walking around. You know,
he's a character.
He's a character. It's a brand.
Yeah.
I think something happened that he was in breach of something.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure that all their big streamers have some sort of like all kinds of weird clauses in them of you can't do this or if you like, and some of them are probably really vague to leave Twitch obviously with the upper hand.
Yeah.
Somehow violated one of those, may or may not have been told exactly what he did to violate it, but I guarantee he was told what specific clause he has violated.
Yeah.
I mean, this is probably a multi-million-dollar contract, so him claiming that he
doesn't
know what it is, what he did, absolute fluff to fan the flame of keeping everyone talking about.
Well, and that's his persona too.
Yeah.
He's
smart.
gonna
smart
very on
move.
brand.
Yeah, he's going to create controversy even if it doesn't exist.
Do you think his breakdown of his last stream, where he kind of like read an email and said like the weird like goodbye, but it wasn't kind of cryptic? That's what I was gonna ask. Do you think it was planned?
I think it was planned.
It seemed kind of like because. Like, one, who's checking their email during stream and then reacting in that way, like, that quickly? That seemed just kind of, like, set up a little.
It wouldn't be out of character of him to, like, stage something like that.
Right.
I've never watched him, so I have no idea. But,
He's
it just...
Things he didn't stage would be, like, live streaming E3 into the bathroom, standing at a urinal next to, like, 15-year-old kids and stuff. You know.
Oh. That's creepy.
Yeah.
Certainly unintentional, but definitely still on brand because he did that.
Yeah, right.
Maybe a breach of the bylaws.
Yeah.
Right, but that was like 2 years ago. So like that's what I'm saying. Like his contract,
It's got to be pretty
whatever
lenient.
it is,
It's got to be pretty
like
lenient.
he doesn't have a lot of leeway.
Yeah.
Would it be like like?
That's
or-
what I was gonna
He
say.
hasn't
So
lost his
sponsor.
Copyright.
The
or-
only sponsor he lost was Discord.
But would Twitch have like cut him out because he was doing something weird or different with sponsors or ads or something?
Well, okay, that's a more Reddit theory that I don't know a whole lot about, but there's a Reddit theory about.
All right, I want to go down the rabbit hole now.
He was like under the table taking sponsorship
Deals,
money.
And not like
May or may not have been getting paid in cash. Certainly not alerting Twitch to the fact that this was a sponsor, which after a couple of incidences, and certainly with like their younger audiences, which is a majority of his audience, I think they have to disclose if things are like being paid or advertisement related.
If you're
stuff.
drinking like G Fuel on camera and you're getting paid for it, you got to call out that you're
a sponsor for G Fuel. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So there's talk that something like that was happening, and the Reddit rabbit hole says IRS is involved, and they somehow alerted Twitch.
Well, if the IRS is
him.
involved, is what you're saying would make sense if he's getting paid in cash.
Right.
That would
Stuff
make
under the
sense.
table,
Yes, that
or-
would make sense because then he's not claiming taxes on it.
Right.
That's the only reason the IRS would probably be
And
involved.
the only reason Twitch would even give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I love the drama.
Oh, he is entertaining to watch.
Is he?
Well,
He's
it
super
certainly helps
entertaining.
if you like the Outrun,
Yeah.
new wave '80s synth vibe.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't care.
His brand
He's just
is very well
does
done.
he
He's
like
fun
play
to
music
watch.
in the background?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
and he's got all his own little theme music and all. It's really entertaining.
yeah.
If you want to be like entertained and you don't care about just like playing it in the background, you actually like want to
He's
watch.
not always
Yeah.
the best at the games he's playing.
Oh no, there's sometimes where he's the worst.
Because is he
in
I
Call
don't
of
know-
Duty, when it first came out, not great.
Tarkov, watching him
Yeah.
try to learn Tarkov
Not
was
great.
fucking terrible.
Not
Well,
great.
and I don't know anything about him, never watched him. Super interested though. Is he? I saw that he was like a Call of Duty world champion or something. Is that just like a brand? Like a
That was
Years
back.
ago.
Yeah,
Years
that's back a
ago.
while.
Okay.
Not in the new one.
So he's
the
like-
new one. There's there's two guys that are in terms of streaming and in terms of YouTube videos. Two guys that I would say are more or less at the top.
So he's more of a character and less of
Yes.
a good gamer.
Yeah, because I've seen him
He's
play.
a content creator, not
Okay.
a esports.
I've
gamer.
seen because
Okay,
I've seen
cool.
him
He
play.
used to be an esports gamer when he was like one of the
Yep.
first like streamers.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
made the right move going the content creator route.
Yeah, well, because I've seen him play.
Making
Because I've seen him.
Certainly
Shitload.
seems that way.
Just making shitload of money.
I've seen him play with. I've seen him play with a pro. Well, with one pro. Well, I mean,
He did also cheat on his wife, which is why he's kind of got some bad.
the worst.
Well, hey, his name is Dr Disrespect.
Yeah,
Don't expect him to be respectful.
He's.
His
Yeah.
character's name is Dr. Disrespect.
Hey, there's
I
a
don't
little.
think his wife married Dr. Disrespect.
There's a there's
Hey,
a
she
there's
had
a
to.
there's a little bit of truth in everything. Why do you think we call him Dirty Dad?
Daddy dirt, same difference. Whatever.
Daddy Dirt.
Dirty
I thought it
dad.
was just 'cause
Dirty
he was
dad.
dirty.
Dirty dad.
Yeah. Well, I
He
mean,
goes. So I went and got my suit fitted today. I went and got my suit fitted today, and
Oh, yeah?
they put your name on the inside of it,
Yeah.
and he goes, they go, what do you want like on the inside of it? Mommy Mike just goes, should you just put dirty on the inside of it? I was like, no, I can't do that. I can't.
You could have, yeah.
I
you
could.
easily
Certainly.
could
I could have. I want to do something a little bit more
You're the
respectful.
groom. They'll
You should've done-
literally do anything.
Oh, they
maybe
would've.
even
No, they
including
would've.
Sucking your dick.
They would have.
You should have said
Who'd you go
King Brothers.
I don't know them.
Clothier.
They fitted. They fitted them.
They're a clothier.
Oh, a
They-
clothier.
They fitted the mountain for his suits when he came and did all that stuff with the Vikings and all that
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah, it was
They're
it was a cool
Northeast.
experience. Yeah, it's right by Los Compañeros.
They're not
gym.
the. They don't also like have like a fashion like. Who's the ones who sponsor Minnesota United that like custom tailored all those suits for them? That was somebody in Northeast too. I thought.
Could
Probably-
be them.
Probably wasn't them though, because you brought up the Minnesota United logo and they didn't say
Oh, they
anything
didn't say
about
anything.
Oh.
Maybe
Yeah.
they can't though. I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
no, these guys are like the main. It's like a very well publicized thing.
Probably not them.
Okay, then
I
it
wouldn't
wasn't
be
them.
surprised. It was cool, but yeah, it was fun. We can talk about it later. We already talked about it.
it. Yeah.
I wondered if you guys had a
Yeah, we got you out here.
thing for that.
Let's wrap her up.
All
Let's,
right.
let's go hang.
Yeah, I'm good.
Thanks for listening. Go
Yeah.
check out furryturkey.com.
It's a fun one.
This was really fun. It was a good one.
Yeah, good hang.
Good cigar. You finally got through it. Got it lit.
Jeez,
I'm gonna go finish mine here.
Tough
we,
road.
we made our own whiskey. It's delicious,
Yeah.
but
Can't tell you what's in it, but
yeah, it's definitely not Angel's Envy and Centauri and Proper. It's not those three at all. So
Okay.
go find 3 other whiskeys and put them together, and then go check out furryturkey.com and check out the candy collection. There's a
Yep.
fun Sugar Skull T-shirt on tie dye there for the summer. Get it while you can. Probably won't be here next month.
probably now we'll come out with some hunting or some camo, whatever, something fun.
Yeah, we got to get going on the hunting
yeah,
line.
yeah, we'll do that.
And then boardatwork.shop. Nothing's leaving there because skateboards for life, dude. All right.
See ya.
Thanks for listening. Bye.